Hi there! Welcome to our channel, where we uncover the most fascinating facts. Today, we're bringing you 20 of the most jaw-dropping facts about nature that you may have never heard before. From the deepest depths of the ocean to the tallest trees on Earth, we'll take you on a journey to discover the incredible power and beauty of our natural world. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be amazed by the facts that will leave everyone jaw on the floor amazed. Fact number 1. Humans eat only 200 types of plants out of 400,000 in existence. Humans have a relatively limited variety of plants in their diets compared to other animals, as it is estimated that we consume only around 200 different types of plants. Scientists estimate that there are about 400,000 different species of plants on Earth, and it's much harder to estimate how many of them are edible, but figures range from 80,000 to a whopping 300,000. The majority of the plants we consume are used as staple foods such as rice, wheat, corn, and potatoes, while other plants are consumed in smaller quantities as fruits, vegetables, and herbs. This limited variety of plants in human diets is due to cultural, historical, and geographical reasons, as well as human preferences for certain plants over others. Fact number 2. Sloths only poop once a week. Sloths are known for their slow-moving behavior, and this extends to their digestion as well. On average, sloths only defecate once a week. This is because sloths have a very slow metabolism and consume a diet that is low in nutrients, which means their food takes a long time to digest. Additionally, sloths have a specialized digestive system that allows them to extract more nutrients from their food than other animals. This slow digestion process allows them to conserve energy, which is important for their survival in the wild. Also, sloths only defecate while they are climbing down to the ground to do so, which they do once a week, making them vulnerable to predation. This behavior also contributes to the spread of their feces, which acts as a fertilizer for the trees they live in. This is an important ecosystem service provided by the sloths. Fact number 3. Are lobsters truly immortal? Lobsters have become the subject of a popular myth that they are biologically immortal. This is not entirely true, as lobsters do eventually die from disease or predation, but they do have an enzyme that repairs their cells and helps their DNA to replicate indefinitely. This is where the idea of their supposed immortality comes from. The enzyme is called telomerase, and it is responsible for maintaining the protective caps on the end of chromosomes called telomeres. Telomeres shorten as cells divide, and when they get too short, the cells stop dividing and die. Telomerase adds back the caps, allowing the cells to continue to divide and the organism to continue growing. This process is what allows lobsters to maintain their cells and DNA indefinitely, allowing them to live longer than other species. However, it is important to note that lobsters are still subject to other forms of mortality and are not truly immortal. Additionally, lobsters can also have age-related diseases or can be killed by other animals or by pollution. Fact number 4. The deepest lake in the world. Lake Baikal, located in Siberia, is considered the deepest freshwater lake in the world, with a maximum depth of an astonishing 5,315 feet, 1,620 meters. This makes it the deepest lake in the world, as well as the oldest, dating back around 25 million years. Lake Baikal is also one of the largest freshwater lakes in the world, with a total area of 31,722 square kilometers, 12,248 square miles. It contains around 20% of the world's freshwater supply, and it is also home to an array of unique plant and animal life. The lake's deep waters are rich in oxygen and support a diverse ecosystem of fish, including the endemic Baikal omul, a type of whitefish. Lake Baikal is also home to many species of birds, mammals, and amphibians. It is also considered a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The lake is also a popular destination for tourists, and it offers a variety of activities such as hiking, skiing, and boat tours. The lake's deep clear waters also make it a popular spot for scuba diving and underwater photography. Fact number 5. Pineapples take 2 years to grow. Pineapples take around 2 years to grow. The process starts with planting the crown and takes around 18 months for the plant to produce a ripe fruit. Pineapples require warm and humid climate, plenty of sunlight, water, and nutrients to grow. There are varieties of pineapples grown using a different method, called topping or ratooning, which can reduce the time to 1 year but with lower yield and smaller fruit size. Fact number 6. Acacia trees in Africa communicate with each other. Acacia trees in Africa have a unique ability to communicate with one another. When an acacia tree is being attacked by a herbivore, it emits a gas that alerts other nearby trees to produce the toxin tannin. Tannin is a bitter and toxic chemical that protects the tree from being consumed by animals. This chemical defense mechanism helps the acacia trees to survive and flourish in their environment. The emitted gas by the damaged tree is called ethylene. It is a plant hormone that triggers the defense mechanism in the neighboring trees. This form of chemical communication among plants is known as induced resistance, and it allows the acacia trees to protect themselves from herbivores in a coordinated manner. Fact number 7. Building the Great Pyramid of Giza. The Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, is a true architectural marvel. One of the most impressive facts about the pyramid is the sheer number of limestone and granite blocks that make up its structure. Each block of limestone and granite used to build the pyramid weighs approximately 2.5 tons, and there are an estimated 2.3 million of them. This means that the total weight of the limestone and granite blocks used in the construction of the pyramid is around 5.75 million tons. The precise method used to cut, transport, and place these massive blocks of stone is still debated by scholars and engineers, but it's considered one of the greatest engineering achievements of the ancient world. Fact number 8. Baby giraffes use their butts as pillows. Baby giraffes, known as calves, have a unique way of sleeping that involves using their butts as a pillow. Giraffes are known for being able to sleep standing up, and when they do, newborn giraffes will often rest their heads on their rumps. This is thought to be a protective mechanism that allows them to quickly get to their feet if there is danger. This behavior is also observed in adult giraffes during the day. When they take short naps, they will often rest their heads on their hindquarters. Giraffes have a unique skeletal structure that allows them to sleep in this manner without causing injury to their necks. They have a specialized ligament that supports their necks while they are in a resting position. This behavior is not unique to giraffes and is also seen in other animals such as horses and cows. Fact number 9. An extinct species of penguins was nearly 7 feet tall. An extinct species of penguins, known as the emperor penguin, was significantly larger than the penguins we know today. These ancient penguins were nearly 7 feet tall, which is equivalent to 2.2 meters, and is about twice the size of the emperor penguin species that still exists today. These giant penguins lived during the Paleocene and Eocene epochs and are believed to have become extinct around 40 million years ago. Scientists believe that these giant penguins were able to grow to such large sizes because of the warmer temperatures and lack of land predators at that time. The giant penguins had longer legs and flippers, which allowed them to walk on land more easily. The large size may have also been an adaptation to survive in the colder climates that they lived in, as they needed more insulation to stay warm. Fact number 10. In space, metal can weld on its own. In the vacuum of space, metal can fuse together without the use of heat or external force. This phenomenon is known as cold welding, and it occurs when two metal surfaces come into contact in an environment with no air or other contaminants. In the absence of air, the surface atoms of the two metals can bond together, forming a strong mechanical connection. This process is similar to the way that magnets stick together. Cold welding can happen unexpectedly in space, causing problems for spacecraft and other equipment. To prevent this, spacecraft designers take measures to ensure that metal surfaces that may come into contact are coated with special materials that prevent bonding. Cold welding can also be used for various applications such as joining metal parts in space-related projects like building and repairing satellites. Fact number 11. Goats have accents. Goats, like many other animals, have unique vocalizations and can produce distinct sounds, similar to accents. They have a variety of vocalizations that they use to communicate with each other, including bleats, screams, and snorts. Each individual goat can produce different variations of these sounds, and this variability is similar to how humans have different accents. Studies have shown that goats can recognize and respond to the individual calls of other goats and can differentiate between the calls of familiar and unfamiliar individuals. The distinct vocalizations are a way for goats to communicate with each other, to express their emotions, to identify one another, and also to establish dominance among the herd. This is an important aspect of goat behavior and social interaction, and it's one of the reasons why goats are considered to be highly social animals. Fact number 12. African buffalo herds make decisions by voting. African buffalo, also known as Cape buffaloes, are known to make group decisions through a process similar to voting. When a herd of buffalo is faced with a decision, such as whether to move to a new grazing area or not, they will engage in a behavior known as horning, which is when they point their horns towards the direction they want to go. The herd will then move in the direction that receives the most horns. This behavior is thought to be a way for the herd to reach a consensus and make a collective decision. By using this method, the buffalo can ensure that the majority of the herd is in agreement with the decision, which increases the chances of the herd's survival. This behavior is not limited to African buffaloes, it's also observed in other species such as elephants and bison. Fact number 13. You'll grow nearly 600 miles of hair in your lifetime. The average human will grow an astounding amount of hair in their lifetime. Specifically, it is estimated that a person will grow nearly 600 miles, or 966 kilometers of hair in their lifetime. This is based on an average hair growth rate of 0.5 inches, 1.27 centimeters per month, and assuming an average lifespan of 80 years. The amount of hair grown can vary depending on factors such as genetics, age, and health. The hair on the scalp grows for about 2 to 7 years before falling out and being replaced by new hair. The hair on the body, such as eyebrows, eyelashes, and arm hair, typically have a growth cycle of about 4 months. This means that a person will have thousands of hair follicles actively producing hair at any given time. It's important to note that this is an estimate and the actual amount of hair grown can vary from person to person. Fact number 14. Caffeine is a natural pesticide. Caffeine, which is found in various plants such as tea leaves, guarana berries, cola nuts, and coffee beans, acts as a natural pesticide. It overloads the nervous systems of insects that try to consume these plants, causing paralysis or death. This is a natural defense mechanism for the plants to protect themselves from herbivores and other threats. While caffeine affects the nervous system of insects, it acts as a stimulant for humans, providing a boost of energy and alertness. Caffeine is widely consumed around the world as a natural stimulant, but it's also used in certain pesticides and insecticides because of its toxic properties. Fact number 15. Women blink more often than men. It has been observed that women tend to blink more frequently than men. Studies have shown that the average blink rate for women is around 15 to 20 times per minute, while for men it's around 10 to 15 times per minute. The reason for this difference is not entirely clear, but it is thought to be related to differences in hormones, brain chemistry, and social behavior. Hormones such as estrogen have been found to play a role in the blink rate, as women tend to blink more often when they are in the menstrual phase with high levels of estrogen. Social behavior also plays a role, as women tend to blink more often when they are in conversations, while men tend to blink less. Additionally, the blink rate is also affected by the environment, stress, and cognitive load, which could also explain why this can happen. Fact number 16. Liquids can boil and freeze at the same time. Liquids can boil and freeze at the same time, a phenomenon known as supercooling or superheating. This occurs when a liquid is cooled below its freezing point without forming crystals and it is heated above its boiling point without converting into a gas. This might sound counterintuitive, but all substances have what's called a triple point, or the exact temperature and pressure at which the three main states of matter, gas, liquid, and solid, are at equilibrium. For water, that point exists at 0.01 degrees Celsius, 32.018 degrees Fahrenheit, and 611.657 pascals of partial vapor pressure. As the temperature and pressure fluctuate in tiny amounts around the triple point, a frozen liquid can start to boil, and a boiling liquid can freeze solid. This phenomenon can be observed in pure liquids or in liquids that contain dissolved gases or impurities, which can prevent the formation of ice crystals. It's a pretty wild concept to imagine, but it's a fact of science and it can be artificially induced in laboratories to study the properties of liquids and the behavior of molecules. Fact number 17. Hurricanes release the energy of 10,000 nuclear bombs. The energy released by a single hurricane is comparable to that of an atomic bomb. It is estimated that the energy released by a major hurricane is equivalent to that of 10,000 nuclear bombs. If you measure the kinetic energy of its wind velocity alone, a single mature hurricane can equal about half of our entire planet's capability of producing electricity. If you measure it in terms of rainfall, though, a hurricane releases the force of 10,000 atomic bombs over an area about 413 miles wide. The difference, of course, is that the energy is spread out over the entire area instead of radiating from a single point. This energy is generated by the movement of warm and cold air, as well as by the conversion of water vapor into wind. The intense winds and heavy rainfall associated with hurricanes are caused by the release of this energy, which also contributes to the formation of thunderstorms and the development of the storm. Hurricanes can cause severe damage and destruction due to their high winds and heavy rainfall, making them one of the most destructive natural disasters. Fact number 18. Bamboo is the world's fastest growing plant. Bamboo is known for its impressive growth rate, which is the fastest among all plants. There are about 1,000 different kinds of bamboo, many of which grow quite fast, but only a few species can reach Guinness World Record speeds. The current record is an astonishing rate of 35 inches, 89 centimeters, in a day, which is nearly 3 feet, or almost 1 meter in European metrics. The more typical growth rate in temperate climates is more like 1 to 4 inches per day, or from 2.5 to 10 centimeters in European metrics, which is still a lot. This rapid growth is due to the plant's ability to store energy in its rhizomes, underground stems, which allows it to grow quickly when conditions are favorable. Bamboo can also grow in a variety of environments, from deserts to rainforests, and can tolerate a range of temperatures and precipitation levels. This makes it a versatile and valuable resource that is used for a variety of purposes such as construction, furniture, and food. Fact number 19. Your tongue is made up of 8 muscles. The tongue is a complex muscle that is responsible for a variety of functions, such as taste, speech, and swallowing. It's made up of 8 muscles in total, which are responsible for controlling the movement and its shape. These muscles are divided into 2 groups, intrinsic and extrinsic muscles. The intrinsic muscles are located within the tongue and are responsible for controlling the shape and size of the tongue, while the extrinsic muscles are located outside the tongue and are responsible for controlling its movement. The muscles work together to allow the tongue to move in different directions, such as up and down, side to side, and forward and back. Fact number 20. The ocean produces up to 85% of the Earth's oxygen. The ocean plays a vital role in producing oxygen for the Earth. It is estimated that the ocean produces between 50 to 85% of the Earth's oxygen. This is mainly due to the process of photosynthesis, which is carried out by tiny plants and algae that live in the ocean, known as phytoplankton. They absorb carbon dioxide from the water and convert it into oxygen through photosynthesis. Additionally, the ocean also plays a crucial role in regulating the Earth's climate by absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, which helps to reduce the amount of greenhouse gases, and thus reducing the effects of global warming. This process also contributes to the ocean's oxygen production. The ocean's oxygen production is a vital process for the Earth's ecosystem and the survival of many marine species as well as human beings. That concludes our video on the 20 most amazing facts about nature. We hope you enjoyed learning about the incredible power and beauty of our natural world. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more informative and educational content. If you liked this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.